How to create a good design portfolio?
The purpose of a design portfolio is to showcase your best work and tell clients or potential employers what you can do, basically. Your capabilities, your skills, and things like that. So when someone first visits your portfolio, they should be directly able to tell what you do. You do that either using text or by showcasing the actual work itself, or both, basically.
And you should also showcase the best work that you have.
Exactly.
Not some that you're not sure of if it's your favorite or not.
Exactly. Showcase your best work, not your mediocre work or weak work, because that works against you. And if you're unsure, it's always a good idea to ask colleagues or friends for feedback. They'll help you out.
Exactly.
And tell you what to keep, what to remove.
Because these people are like the most honest will be towards your work, obviously.
Yeah, not necessarily, but yeah.
I think so.
Some people, they cannot be honest because they think, oh, if I'm honest, I'll hurt his feelings. So pick someone who's brutally honest, who truly wants the best for you. Another thing is that your portfolio should include the categories of the work you do. For example, websites, mobile apps, branding. So have all those in different categories so that it's easier for the viewer to find what they want to find. And also mention like the scope of work you did on each project, or give some context about the projects you worked on. For example, this was for this specific client, I was responsible for this and that. Maybe you can include case studies about certain projects.
Can you target specific industry brands or companies that you want to work with through your portfolio?
Yeah, let's say you want to target a specific industry. The best way to do that is to have some examples of work in your portfolio from that specific industry. For example, if you want to do social media for restaurants and you're talking to restaurant owners telling them, hey, I do social media design work, and they don't see any of that type of work in your portfolio, they're not going to hire you.
Of course.
Even though you know you can do that, but the clients, they don't know that you can do that kind of
They
work.
want to see like actual proof that you did the job.
So even if you haven't worked for any restaurants, do some mock designs, like your own private designs for such an industry, for either a make-believe restaurant or do it for a specific restaurant that exists out there, and add them to your portfolio. Have one or two or three even, and then this increases your chances to gain more of the same type of project.
It is also like a really good practice since you can showcase most of the skills that you have.
True.
Not like when you're working for some project because you have some limitations.
True, you'll have more freedom to do nicer work maybe.
What else can you add about this?
Make sure your portfolio is accessible on mobile, it's like responsive, because some people are going to be viewing it from a desktop and some are going to be viewing it from a mobile. Usually employers at companies are going to view it from a desktop, but if you're a freelancer, clients might be seeing it from a mobile.
What's your take on showcasing your portfolio on social media instead of a website? Or only portfolio website, not...
Social media is good for letting friends and your network know about the kind of work you do. So it helps you in getting referrals. For example, a friend of yours has another friend who wants some design work done, and they post something looking for a designer. Your common friend, because they saw your work, might refer you to them. So you might get a client there. And whereas like companies, if companies want to recruit, they're not usually going to look through social media. And regarding the other part of the question, whether to use like portfolio sites or like websites, I've seen job descriptions that mentioned like, make sure you have a proper website portfolio, not like a Behance or something.
Oh, really?
And some don't care. It really depends from company to company.
Depends on the hiring.
And the hiring process. If they're looking for a web designer, for example, they're probably going to care that he has his own custom website. But if they're just looking for a regular graphic designer or like social media graphics designer, they're not going to care if you have your own website, but they will care if you have your social media profile well set up, or if you have any social media portfolio basically on social media. So it all depends on the context and the type of client or type of company you're going to be working with.
So as a brief, what can you say?
As a conclusion, make sure your portfolio tells who you are, what you do, displays your work in a clean, elegant way. Do not mix everything up. Make sure each piece of your work that you have, you're portraying, has enough white space, negative space around it so that the focus is on the work itself, not all jumbled up. In other words, the presentation, take care of the presentation. Make sure you have categories and
Make it look contrasty, maybe.
Yeah, as long as it looks good, basically. And make sure to promote it. Have your URL, promote it as much as you can. One more thing, there are a lot of good portfolio creators out there. Besides Behance, you can use Squarespace. That's a really good and easy website builder.
Indeed.
And you can check it out. We have a link in the description.
Yes, we have a link in the description if you want to try it, and follow us for more episodes from Design Derby, and stay tuned.
We'll see you soon.